Whoops. I'm sorry. I literally almost missed this live. So you're going to have me completely raw and real, no makeup on. There was a misunderstanding. For some reason, I had scheduled this live in my calendar yesterday. Like it's in my calendar yesterday, but I scheduled it on YouTube for today. And then I just looked at the calendar. It wasn't even on there. And I'm thinking, when did I schedule it? And it said right now. So here I am completely. I still have my reading glasses on. I have good eyesight, except for it's starting to be to where I'm sitting at the screen or, like my phone and trying to look at things that are really small. It really does alleviate the strain on my eyes. In the background right here, you can see a bike, and it's really cool. It has kind of like a built-in desk, and I can put it right in front of my monitor, and it will allow me to just kind of pedal while I'm at work. So I'll put the keyboard on there and the mouse, and I can actually work from there. So it helps me to actually get in more workout time. I am wearing the right shirt. That was not intentional today. Mission for music. Yes, that's it. So we're going to be raw and real. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different. Hi, Toshi. You're here again. Very faithful. We're going to look. I wanted actually just to look at some singers with you. Let me see. I do have enough light from the front. I think I'm completely raw, which is good. Okay. Looking at singers, not kind of what makes this singer great. I did have one person actually email me a suggestion of a singer, which I'm not even familiar with that singer. So Toshi and I, if it's just you and I hanging out, that's great. Let me see. Did there go out a rim? We should have had. Yeah, we should have had. Yeah. Okay, that did go out. So anyway, we did send out an email to everyone on my email list, reminding them that there is a live right now. And the title of this is "What Makes This Singer Great?" Rick Beato. If you have never watched his channel, he has an amazing channel. If you are interested in music, you will love that. He does a lot of analyses. He actually interviews really cool people in the music world. And he's very knowledgeable. He is or was or both a professor, like a college professor for music theory, I even think. So he's very knowledgeable about music. And but he has this series named "What Makes This Song Great?" And I just wanted to see what makes this singer great. There's still this sticker on here. I'm leaving this sticker because it says 0.75. That's how strong this is, which is not, I can actually go without it. I feel like it hides that I'm not wearing makeup today, but we're not here for my looks. We are here for the content, right? Okay, but mostly lurking. Make that 12. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay, we're going to actually go to the email, and then I'm going to watch your comments and see if we can look at anyone. So we have, let's see, where did that email go just now? Oh, here we go. So Thomas he's part of my online singing school, and he actually sent a link, and I'm going to see if I could probably screen share here. And it's about Tim Warwick. I don't think I'm familiar. Together with his quartet colleague from Vocal Spectrum, and they're singing a version of Bring Him Home. Wow, that's Les Miserables. So I'm going to open this link, and then I'm going to see if I can. Okay, so there are 4 guys. Let me see if I can share my screen here. Navigating over here. Oh, okay, wait a minute. I have to. No, I can't do it. You can see my screen, probably. Can you give me a sign? Can you see my screen? You should probably just... Why can I not? Why is it? I can't do it because, oh, this sucks. Now I'm live. And because I had to reinstall everything recently on my computer. And I can't do it. Or it looks like maybe I can. Okay, wait a minute. I had to. Nah. I'm not going to end this program because then I would have to stop going live. Okay, I can't do it. I can't do it because I had to reinstall everything on my computer recently. And that means now the settings. You have to give permission to share screen, and I had never done that before. So what do we do? I can't really comment on this. Okay, I'm going to change the title of this then. Maybe we're going to talk more about general singers. I can't share this right now. I can't share my screen and the audio, and that's kind of the point of the whole thing. I wanted to go through, kind of do an analysis and look at a video together to where I can actually analyze and tell you, like, what is the singer doing and why is it sounding amazing, similar to what I do in my reaction analysis videos, but more interactive. So I guess we're gonna have to postpone this. And there are 2 people here right now, or 3 people right here. No, I have 2 thumbs up. There are actually more people here. So let's just make this a general Q&A, and then later on I'm gonna go in and change the thumbnail so it's not misleading. It's what I wanted to do. But while we're here, let's go ahead and do a Q&A. Little update. I was just personal update. I was just practicing, or I was trying to look for something I could sing for a concert that we actually have in a month from now. Now we actually already we already told everyone like what the repertoire is going to be. Like the set list is actually nailed down. And today someone contacts me, like, the band leader, and says, Freya, this is really difficult with the band. Can we, is there any possibility that you could pick a different piece? And I'm like, oh no, now I have to rethink everything. And it's going to be a big concert. We expect about 1,000 people in the audience. And so now I'm going to have to think about a different piece, which is not easy, because when you pick repertoire, you want it to do several things. Number 1, you want it to be a crowd pleaser. In this case, we want it to be a crowd pleaser. I had picked Tonight from West Side Story, which it's very well known. It's also not too slow. It has slow parts and then it goes a little bit more up tempo. And I could have showcased, because I have a different song picked. I have a Disney song picked, Let It Go from Frozen, which I'm gonna have do Elsa. And then I also wanted to do where I can do a little bit of my classical voice. And now they're telling me Tonight from West Side Story, it's normally it's just orchestra and we're just a band. We do have, I think, a violin, and I know a violin for sure, and a cello. But other than that, it's like a classic band, piano, synthesizer, drums, bass. And so now I'm gonna have to think okay, what could we do that is quite well known, that is a crowd pleaser kind of piece that also showcases my voice. And I want it, because in Let It Go, I'm showing kind of a more pop belting voice. I want it because it's unexpected if someone can also sing classically. And I would love to do something that actually shows my high voice, because no one else in the ensemble actually is like a classical soprano. Everyone is very much pop singers, and these are all professionals. And I wanted to just kind of contribute and show okay, I can also do this. So let's see. I suggested something to him and see if what we can come up with. Yeah, I mean, Vintage song covers. Hello. Yes, Monica. It's good to have you back. You were here last week too. So, as I was saying, due to a technical problem, we cannot actually do a screen share, which I can't do the song kind of analysis or like the analyzing the singer's voice unless I can share my screen and audio with you, and it's not possible. So we're just doing another Q&A right now. And by the way, if you are interested in anything classical, opera, singing, I do have another channel that I recently created. It's called Freya Casey Opera and Classical Singing. Subscribe to that channel if you have not already, if you are interested in that kind, because I wanted to separate it out. I know that not everyone is interested in that. So I have a channel dedicated now just to classical and opera singing. And also tomorrow I'm going to go live there. I need to make sure that everything is set. But tomorrow I don't have to really, I don't have to share any screens. I'm just going to teach something, and we're going to talk about opera and classical singing. But tomorrow I'm doing that on that channel. That'll be fun. And then in about 45 minutes from now, I do have my karaoke session that I do for my online singing school members. So technically, if you signed up now, if you signed up now, you could still actually join me in that karaoke session and we could see each other. It's not for me to do karaoke. I usually do one song if no one else has anything, but it's really just for everyone else, for all the members to kind of share. Hi, Georg. Now, Georg, I know you probably might be there at 3 o'clock. That's 3 o'clock Germany time. I am so sorry, everyone, that I even if I had gotten the time right, this would have happened because I did not think about that the software needs to have permission by the computer, and I can't do it. It's really frustrating that I cannot do this while I'm on the live. It wants me to close down the program. I'm using a third-party software to stream to YouTube, so I'm not in YouTube directly. It's called Ecamm Live, and my computer needs to have permission, or the program needs to have permission from my computer to share screen and audio. And I didn't do that ahead of time because I had never shared my screen live recently, and now I can't do it. And unless I stop the stream, but then it'll be gone. Then I have to start another, which then will be way too hard to find. So what time tomorrow? 3 o'clock tomorrow. No, wait a minute. Let me see. Tomorrow I have scheduled, you should probably also get an email. No, it's at 5 p.m. Germany time, which would be 11 a.m. Eastern in the US. I have to we have to remember that the US and Germany, they don't switch time back from daylight savings time at the same date, which is so aggravating. I think, excuse me, it's just so complicated why don't they change at the same date? It's like we have a couple weeks where there's this discrepancy, and we always have to calculate, like, wait a minute, we're going back in time an hour. Like, what time would that be if they have already gone back and we haven't? It's very complicated. But while I'm at it, my classical and opera singing channel is there, and tomorrow I have that live stream. And also, I will soon be opening up the doors again to my opera month. I have a class. It's a month-long class. It's 1 month of opera. The doors will open very soon. So in the next few days, I'm going to actually announce it. Probably if you are on my email list, you will get the announcement. If you are only a YouTube subscriber, you probably might not even hear anything about it because I don't really make a video about it or anything. Vintage golden age songs for sopranos. What do you mean? What about it? There's no verb, so I'm not what was I just saying? Nancy, can you type a whole sentence? I'm not sure exactly. So, yeah, I think vintage golden age songs for songs. You mean art songs or you mean arias? Hi, Brian. I haven't seen you for a while, but I do remember your name, that you were here before for my lives. Yeah. We're going to have to postpone the What Makes This Singer Great series because of a technical glitch. I can't share my screen. Oh, I was talking about a song for concert. Yes, but what do you mean by vintage golden age songs for sopranos? So the problem they had was that like it can't be something that is just orchestral because we have a band setting. Now we have done songs before, you know, like from the musical show Elisabeth. We have done Tanz der Vampire, which is like Dance of the Vampires. Is that the show? I don't even know what it is in English. Where it has Total Eclipse of the Heart in there. Those are okay with the band though because they have some elements. Oh, you sent the link? Did you send a link? When did you send a link? In this chat? I don't see a link. What is UTC? Is it time? What does it stand for? Even I've seen this many. What does it stand for? I know GMT, that's General Mean Time. What does UTC stand for? Coordinated Universal Time. What's Coordinated Universal Time? What is UTC? I don't. So, like my time zone is Central European Time. And in Europe, they change back from daylight savings time at different times than the US does. I don't see any link in this chat. I just scrolled all the way up. I don't see it. Could you post it again? Nancy, I don't see a link. I read all the comments. I don't see a link. I think everyone can you can even check your time if you don't know UTC. If I tell you Germany time, you go to a website called timeanddate.com. Or you know what? You can only just type in Google, what time is 5 p.m. in Germany? What time is that in the US or in New York? And it'll tell you. I have never heard of what is Coordinated Universal Time? Why? I don't think I understand. Why is that different from Central European Time or General Mean Time? Because we know General Mean Time is Great Britain, and they're part of not the European Union, but they're part of Europe, and they, as far as I know, change at the same time Germany changes, all of Europe. They have this deal like they've been discussing for many years whether they should get rid of daylight savings time. I wish, because it's such, why do we have to mess with this time all the time? Like the sun isn't like, why? The sun still rises and sets at the same time. Just messes everyone up, especially small children and school children. It's really hard on the body, I think, to change all of a sudden, to do everything an hour early from one day to the next, or an hour later from one day to the next. It messes me up every time. Monica says, I would like to sing at least one classical piece before I die. But all the famous arias are for sopranos. I'm a mezzo. Oh, no. There are many famous habanera from Carmen. That's mezzo soprano. It's a very famous aria. I am sorry to hear like that. No voice at all after B flat 5. I don't think habanera goes that high. There are quite a few mezzo soprano arias that don't go that high that are also really well known, actually. I see. Yeah, I don't see a link. If you could post that again, Nancy. Because it doesn't ring a bell when you say golden, what was it? Golden age. Vintage golden age songs for sopranos. Vintage golden age songs. What do you mean? When I hear vintage, I think like 20th century or like golden age. Not sure exactly what you mean. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like golden age is like the 20s or something like that. But that's not operatic. Yeah, habanera. Try it. There's also Voi que sapete, which is such a beautiful little song from Marriage of Figaro. It's a very good beginner song. Whether you're a soprano or mezzo, it doesn't go that high. Voi che sapete che cosa è amor, donde vedete sia l'one cor, donde vedete sia l'one cor. It's a really pretty song. And I feel like it's quite well known too. Yeah, I was thinking about where I could show off my classical voice more. So I made a suggestion and we'll see if anyone says that it would be doable. Yeah, so what are we talking about? Give me something. Give me something. Any questions? Any comments? Yeah, I'm like, I had such a great plan for today, and it seems like, I guess it's not a good day. We're doing something else. Does anyone have any questions about singing? And we'll try this again. I will schedule this again on my channel. And I will also send out emails to everyone who is on my email list. If you are not on my email list, you can get on my email list, go to my website, and then you can get on my email list by going to any of my free offers and getting the free offer. And if you check the box that it's okay for me to send emails to you, then I can actually send you announcements, such as when one of my new classes starts, like the opera class, or when I go live, any of those kind of things. Because sometimes I don't even post it on YouTube. What should I do after the 5-day belting challenge in order to belt? Well, here's the thing. The 5-day belting challenge, it's really, I don't think, unless you have completely perfected belting, it's kind of a 5-step process, but it's not like in 5 days you're going to master it. And belting, of course, is not the only thing you will focus on, ever. It's just one part, it's one aspect. So what you want to do is always sing through your entire range and not just worry about belting, just like you shouldn't just worry about whistle tone or just worry about head voice or just chest voice. Thank you, Nancy. So after going through the belting challenge, did you get it just for free, or are you in any of my programs like the online singing school where you actually have access to all of my courses? I have tons of trainings, like free trainings available. And so I have a training called How to Start Singing the Right Way. That's a good baseline to make sure you are getting the right basics done. And let's see, I'm actually gonna see what other things can I recommend to you. Well, of course, I do have my podcast. I also have a free training, 5 steps to bring out the best in your voice. That's also it's a free video training. And did you also go through the 7 days to perfect support? I mean, these are all free. So if you want more free stuff, okay, so you got the free. Yeah, I mean, go to any of those other free trainings I have on my website and make sure that you cover all your bases. You don't just want to focus on one aspect of your voice. You need to be well-rounded. So you need your entire range. You still need your head voice. You still need your chest voice. And I lately created some playlists. So maybe take a look at some of my playlists. If you go to my channel page and scroll through, I have made playlists. For example, beginners start here. There's a playlist for beginners specifically. And I made a few other different playlists where you can really dive into one topic. And yeah, I think that's a good approach. And of course, I'm not the only vocal coach here. There are others that I think put out really good stuff. I don't want to just, I don't want to say that you should only watch me. I think in singing, it's important that you have to find someone where you feel like, oh, that makes sense to me. I know that some vocal coaches or singing teachers, everyone has a slightly different approach. So I come partially from the classical world because that's where I come from. I come from opera, but I've always sung pop and musical theater, even when I was a child. So it was never anything that I didn't do. I always did it. And I have a master's of music. I have a degree, but you don't need a degree to know how to sing or to know how to teach singing. But I come from that world of vocal pedagogy, and I had to take classes about vocal pedagogy. And that's actually when I already started teaching back then, and it was a lot of fun. I worked at a music school, and I had private students back then already when I was in school. So that's kind of my background. I had some teachers who really helped me understand the vocal physiology. But there are teachers who know about this without having a degree. It's you don't need it. But I know that there are some, they're kind of just guessing. And for me personally, it was always important to have a teacher who can actually do it, not just talk about it, because I need that part where they inspire me, where they can demonstrate something. And I'm like, ooh, I get it. That's the sound I'm going for. My flute teacher had a huge influence on me because he was an amazing flautist. And that's why at some time I wanted to pursue playing the flute professionally. I went to conservatory even. I was close to becoming a professional flautist. I know a lot of people don't know that. I was quite good back then. I haven't played flute for years. And I could play the flute now, but I couldn't do all that difficult stuff I used to do. The fingers just wouldn't do it anymore. I don't even know if I remember all the fingerings for the very top octave. I don't even know if I remember past the E on the very top. So, The Greatest Love of All by Whitney Houston. Okay, thanks for the suggestion. I will keep that in mind whenever I do another tutorial, because I have so many of those, how to sing that song. But there are so many songs out there. I have done the course Better Resonance, and it helped very much. Oh, awesome, Toshi. Yeah, the Better Resonance Challenge is also great, just to become aware of how to manipulate, all the things to improve your tone in general. So the placement, singing into the mass to get more buzz and ring into the tone. So that's very good. I'm glad you went through that. Go through all my free resources until you have gone through everything, and then maybe you want to consider actually joining my online singing school. And then 30 minutes from now, we have a meeting there where we do like just a fun karaoke session with everyone. I think I'm actually doing a Whitney Houston song for the karaoke. If everyone else doesn't have anything, I'm actually going to do All at Once by Whitney Houston. I love that song. All at once, I'm drifting on a lonely sea. I'm drinking tea. I have not been drinking coffee for the past 2 weeks. I'm quitting coffee for a while just because I want to. There are a couple of reasons, but mainly I just don't want to. I only had one coffee every single day, one single coffee. And now I'm going back. I used to always drink so much tea. I used to be never a coffee drinker. And then the twins were born. And then I never slept, ever. And I was so tired all the time. So tired. And then I started drinking coffee. Not a lot. Once a day. Maybe sometimes 2 cups. Rarely, ever. But like in the very beginning when they were little, I'm like, yeah, give it to me. I don't care how much coffee. I drank like 1 or 2 cups. But since I was never a heavy coffee drinker, it always, my body reacts strongly to this. And now I want to just, in order to feel my baseline of how I feel, if I have tiredness or anything, I need to leave out coffee for a while to see where I'm at. Like with all my nutrition and supplements, I take a few supplements and I'm so into health and stuff. And I just wanted to get another baseline to see, how is everything feeling with no coffee at all? How can I get to optimum energy levels? And how do I don't even know where my energy level is unless I'm leaving out coffee completely. So it's been 2 weeks and I feel actually pretty good. Although the twins last night, I did not sleep that well. They were like a little restless. They do sleep at night, but it's like they're 2.5. So they're still, sometimes they dream and then as soon as they wake up, they're like, Mom, Mama. If they wake up and I'm not there, they're like, Mama. Have you watched I Have Nothing vibrato style? What does that mean? Oh, no, I know. I remember what you were saying. You suggested that Wings of Pegasus video where he talks about I Have Nothing. I have not gotten to watch it yet. I still intend to. Those are not short videos. Those are usually kind of longer videos. And I haven't had the chance to watch it yet. You've never drunk coffee and you're Italian? That is unusual. Like Italians, now in Italy, that's real coffee. Like what we drink here, they wouldn't even consider it coffee. In Italy, the coffee is so thick. It's strong. I know Italians come to America and they're like, you call this coffee? That's not coffee. That's like water. Because I know Italians are big on drinking coffee and wine. Coffee and wine. Excuse me. For lunch, they will have wine. And after lunch, they will have coffee. Like an espresso. Like short. Like it's so thick. It's like a lot of coffee powder. They make it differently. Still struggling to hit the top note. Bobby Hatfield achieves an Unchained Melody. Okay. Ooh, yes. You know what? I actually... let me see. Let me check that for you. I do have videos about how to sing high, long, sustained notes. And I actually just filmed one. I'm going to see when I scheduled this to go out. I had a huge batch of videos. I always work ahead. But then after 3 weeks of being, or actually it was 4 weeks where I was off. My babysitter was not here and I could not create any videos. including that 1 week, adding 1 week. So it was 4 weeks when my YouTube channel was hacked and I did nothing but try to take care of that to get it back. I now ran out of all the videos that we pre-produce. That's coming out on the 20th, which is this Friday. So this Friday, I'm going to have a video, best tips to sing long, sustained high notes. Where, I have videos about that out there, but this one is kind of more condensed where I quickly go through all the tips that have helped me the most. Oh, and the vibrato is in the part of 152. Okay, let me write down the timestamp because maybe I don't even have to watch the entire video. I probably would be interested to do it, but if I don't have so much time, I could just then, next time you see me live, I can maybe comment on it. So 152. I have nothing. Okay. I noted that. I kind of like this crowd here. Like we have some of you I'm getting to know. Anne Voss says, I'm practicing the high note of Rise Up under a day. And I don't know why it's not coming, or sometimes I'm not able to lift soft palate while singing high notes. Please help me. So your support is really important. Your inhale. Always remember that you have better control over your pitches when you are on the top of your breath, meaning when you have more air still in your lungs than when you're running kind of toward the end of the breath. So try to make sure you're taking a deep breath before that comes up, and try to keep your ribs nice and expanded. Don't collapse. Try to really stand tall and strong. A hack that has helped a lot of my students, and actually me, is like to activate your support is stand in front of a wall and push against it. Like one leg in the front and one leg kind of more in the back, kind of, you don't want to compromise a nice straight posture, of course, but you can be in that position and then push against the wall and then try singing that high pitch, because your support is more activated when you kind of have to push against something. Another thing, of course, is we don't want to make it too dark or too narrow. Make sure just the soft palate alone, it's really behind the soft palate. That is very important, that pharyngeal space. But then in pop, you have to kind of tweak, see if you're tweaking the vowel just a little bit. If it's like an ah, it could be ah or ah, like make it brighter, darker. Try to tweak it and see if it helps you. A lot of times approaching the high pitch, sometimes like I know that Rise Up, but I can't think of that part right now. I don't know the pitch right now. But a lot of times if the pitch isn't the first pitch in the phrase, make sure it's very connected. You're singing through whatever comes before. Also, if there's like a voiced consonant in the beginning of the word or something like l or m, sing through that. And think at the back of your throat. Think of like, nice, wide and open. And I can't help you any better than that because I don't have like that music in front of me right now. Is it hard to sing a song in the real octave? You mean like the original singer? I'm male, so most of the time we sing one octave lower. Like if the singer is singing C5, we will be singing C4. Probably if you have an average male voice and the original song is sung by a female singer who has like an average range for a female, or average tessitura, which is like where does the voice sit most of the time, then probably an octave isn't really good because it's usually not shifted by an octave. It's not an entire octave. That it's too much as far as the key goes. You probably need to shift like a fourth or a fifth. I think an octave is usually too extreme. To sing an entire octave lower might always end up too low. It's like for females too, it's like you can't just sing it an octave higher or lower. And it's not really about it being, can you sing all the pitches? It's about, ask yourself, when you hear the original singer, the beginning of a song, is it like in the low part of the chest voice, whatever the original singer is doing? Is it in the high part of the chest voice? Is it head voice already? Is it strong and belty? In order for it to be strong and belty, it can't be too low. You have no power in your voice when it's way low. You can't be na na na, no no no. See, it just doesn't work. So ask yourself, where does it need to be in your voice? Like, is it low chest voice, middle chest voice, high chest voice? Is it belted? Is it soft? Is it falsetto? Is it breathy? And then you have to translate that into a key that will make all of those things possible for you. You're very welcome, Anva. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up for today. So sorry that this was still quite long. It seems like it wasn't that long, but we did a lot of just small talk and chit chat. We're going to try this again probably maybe next week. Probably maybe this week I can't anymore. But because I have to produce some videos. And tomorrow, if you want to join me on my opera channel, make sure you subscribe and then you will see that. And if you're on my email list, you'll get all the links ahead of time so you don't have to dig for it. YouTube, for some reason, I've tried it recently, when you now go to YouTube, does that happen to you? Can someone try this out, open another window? When I go on YouTube and I type in in the search bar, Freya Casey, it is not showing my main channel anymore. It's showing videos that are, from my main channel, but it's not showing the channel. Normally on the very top comes, Freya Casey, Master Your Voice. This is the channel. Now all it shows is Freya Casey, opera and classical singing. It's not showing. I'm thinking maybe it's because it's not suggesting my channel, maybe because of my channel was hacked and hijacked and the algorithm probably maybe decided not to show it anymore. I'm not sure because this didn't happen before that ever. This happened ever since my channel was hacked and hijacked. That has happened. Okay. Maybe someone can try this real quick and tell me if that's happening for you. I mean, I could ask my assistant to try it out. But which is just so annoying that now it's not showing. And I feel like, we've had a dip in views because it took a while to get all the videos back. And my assistant put them all back to public, but a lot of them were not. Just last week I went in and I noticed there are a lot of videos that should be public, but they're still even set to private. So I hope now I put them all back to public. So you have to go into all these separate tabs, the main tab, regular videos we upload. Then there's shorts. And then there is all the long videos, with the live videos. And some of the live videos need to be public and some of them don't need to be because they were just part of a more private training session or something. So it was quite a bit of manual work we had to do. Okay, I'm wrapping it up because in 15 minutes I'm meeting with my online singing school members and I have to go take a bathroom break before that. Thanks everyone for hanging out. And I'm so sorry this didn't work out the way I wanted it today. I will definitely do this some other day. Stay tuned. Be blessed. Talk later. Bye.